woke up in Roller Park this morning and we've got about 57 miles down to Carrollton. It's about 2,700 feet of elevation, so shouldn't be too bad today. Another rolling hill day into our layover day. So we're gonna hop on our bikes, leave out of beautiful Roller Park here in Cave Spring, and head to Carrollton. Let's go. About halfway to Cedar Town, which is our first rest stop in a cute little town that's right on the Silver Comet Trail. And it's been a gentle upslope most of the way, in contrast to yesterday where there's a lot of gentle downslopes, but super shaded, which will be great to stay cool. And it's a beautiful ride so far. A lot of today is actually on the Trail of Tears, which is kind of cool. So if you want to look that up, find some more information about it. Kind of a cool route. Here we are at rest stop 1 on the Silver Comet Trail. We get on this for just a second, and if you're riding a Century, you're going to be on it for a little bit longer, so you can actually go out, come back, add some miles to get your Century in today. From here we're going to be headed south towards Carrollton. So I think there's one big hill coming up in between here and the next rest stop, and after that I think it's pretty much rolling the rest of the day. About 17 miles in. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little ridge over there. It doesn't look like much, but I think it's going to be the most difficult half mile of the ride this year. Not horrible, but definitely the steepest pitch on the ride. I don't say dreading, that's a very strong word, but looking forward to being on the other side of it for sure. But right now it's flat, so we're gonna get some speed and attack it with gusto. I think your max heart rate is 220 minus your age. I may be over that. Still have it a little bit, one little push. I think we're over this thing. Almost there. All right. Made it to the top of that. I'm not sure who organized this route, but hashtag what the hill. All right, so after we get to the top of that hillacious hill, it's a nice flat ridge line, which is awesome. We're at the top of the ridge, so there's a nice breeze and pretty good view of some of the hilltop plains we got up here. And this is also our rest stop right here. After this, flat for a little bit, then we get a nice downhill bomb after all that hard work we put in, and now you're all full on peanut butter, jelly, pimento cheese, and Powerade. Speaking of Powerade, it's definitely what you need to drink. Gives you tons of electrolytes. They're a sponsor, and that's what top athletes like myself drink. But make sure that your water bottle top is secured, or else it gets all over your pretty white bike. You gotta wash it. Interstate 20. I don't know if you're from Georgia or familiar, but this is a pretty big landmark. Goes the full length of the state east to west, and now we are below it. So making moves on Bragg. So on day 3, there's about 200 yards of gravel. It's a little cut through, it keeps us off a busy road. So if you have super skinny tires, you might want to walk it. I think most people will probably opt to ride it, but your call. almost at 48 miles. Had quite the headwind back there. It was a little tough, but now we're getting on to the Green Belt, which is the path that goes the full circumference of Carrollton, which is really cool. So we're gonna get to take about half of it into the school where we're gonna be staying tonight. Fun side note, Carrollton's actually recognized by the League of American Bicyclists as a bicycle-friendly community. So, got lots of perks for cyclists here in the city. Big brag, day 3, review preview, Cave Spring to Carrollton. I clocked in right at 57.3 miles and almost 2,500 feet of elevation. It was a great day. We got to go through some neat towns and really get a feel for some of the vibrancy of rural Georgia. To start, it was a scenic ride in between rest stop 1 and 2, and there was a hellacious hill. I think the elevation chart makes it seem a little bit worse than it actually is, but after the hill, it was great. We got to go along some rolling hills along the nice ridge line up top, and then a subtle downtick all the way into Carrollton. Once we get into Carrollton, the Green Belt is absolutely wonderful. We'll talk more about that tomorrow as we get to ride the whole thing on the layover day. Then we arrive at beautiful Carrollton City Schools. Has to be the nicest grade school campus on earth. Stay tuned for tomorrow's preview, and we'll talk more about Carrollton and the Green Belt.